As we mentioned right before the break, the National Weather Service has just issued a tornado warning for western Llano County. You're looking at our storm profiler radar right here, and we're just beginning to see some signs of circulation in this thunderstorm, rotation that could indicate the development of a tornado. You can see the rotating rings right there. That is the area, especially here, not so much up in this part of the storm, but in this southern quadrant of this severe thunderstorm. That's the part of the storm where if there is a tornado, it is likely to develop. Now, as we look at the storm motion there, and again, this is a very rural area of western Llano County to the south of the Castell area. As you look at the storm motion, you can see that it is generally moving off to the east pretty slowly. The individual cells have actually been lifting a little bit to the north and northeast, which is why the arrows there that indicate storm movement are all over the place. This one's pointing southeast, this one's pointing west, this one's pointing northwest. The computer having a hard time figuring out exactly how the individual cell is moving, but if you pay close attention to the overall movement of this supercell thunderstorm, you can see there is definitely some drift to the east, and so that is why the National Weather Service has included this area in this polygon right there in the tornado warning for Llano County. Now, as of right now, that does not include the city of Llano, but I want you folks in Llano to be on alert for the possibility that this supercell thunderstorm could approach your city here soon, at least get very, very close to it. You are very near the severe thunderstorm warning area. Let's take a little close-up view of this. Castell has a history of a bad tornado. It was 1999, just a couple of weeks after a week after the May 3rd tornado outbreak up in Oklahoma. Castell had an EF4. Now, that's been a long time ago. We haven't seen anything like that since then, but I know you folks are very aware of tornado intensity in your area due to your experience back there with that tornado in 1999. Again, this is a Doppler radar indicated tornado. As of right now, we're going to look at the velocity on the storm here. Definitely seeing some rotation in the storm. I'll take off the shear markers and show you what I'm talking about there. The bright red and the bright green colors are winds that are in the thunderstorm blowing toward and away from the radar site down in New Braunfels. And so we see that in the lowest level of the thunderstorm, we've got winds blowing this direction and then back this direction. So that tells us that there is a counterclockwise circulation in the lowest part of the thunderstorm there to the southeast of Castell. And again, if there is a tornado in this thunderstorm, we think it would be somewhere south of Castell, east of Loyal Valley, back west of the Oxford area. Now, that's a very remote area down there in southwest Llano County. Some ranches down in that area, not very heavily populated, but if you live in that area, do take tornado precautions right now, which would be going to an interior room on the lowest level of your home, like a closet or a bathroom or an interior hallway. You would stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls. And as we mentioned in the storm special earlier or last month, mobile homes are to be abandoned during tornado warnings. And so if you live in a mobile home in that area, get to a more substantial structure. Okay, that's the situation there southeast of Castell. You folks keep an eye to the sky. I want to give you the broader view here on the Viper radar of what's going on with these thunderstorms. You can see the cluster out there over the hill country, and you can see where they are in relation to Austin. Now, still quite a ways away from the metro area, as you can see at this hour. But the storms are making some progress to the east, and this large complex of thunderstorms we think will continue to expand and generally track to the east-southeast as we go through the evening hours. And so by sunset or so, we may very well see these thunderstorms making their way into the Austin metro area, so we'll certainly have to pay close attention too. Also, severe thunderstorms or very heavy thunderstorms continue up in San Saba County, as you can see right there. So you folks in San Saba County, keep an eye to the sky as well. I want to show you the live view out over Marble Falls. You can see the sky really dark off to the west. Highland Furniture Center camera there with that particular view. Now, the severe thunderstorm watch that we spoke of earlier does include the Austin metro area, and it includes all of our viewing area, or most of our viewing area to the east too, with the exception of Fayette County down here. So there's our tornado warning county, Llano County, and a severe thunderstorm warning too. But the rest of the area in yellow, this is a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight. And remember the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch means conditions are favorable for severe severe storm development. A warning means a severe storm has developed. You should take action, take your precautions right now. So a tornado warning means tornado has developed or has been spotted, and you should take tornado precautions immediately. And again, that would include that area south of Castell out there in Llano County. Now, in addition to the severe thunderstorm watch, we have a flash flood watch that's been issued effective through Tuesday. That's actually kind of a good sign, meaning that we could get some significant rainfall out of this system that's coming our way. 90 degrees right now back here in Austin, rain cooled back in the hill country, low 90s from the metro area to the east. Austin's officially 90 and the airport is 91 under a partly cloudy sky with 5 to 13 mile-per-hour winds. Temperatures around Texas, look at this cool weather back here. There's a cold front. That's why we're seeing these thunderstorms fire up. You get a cold front with this much temperature contrast in May, you're going to get some thunderstorms, and that's what we're seeing here today as we are in the area where that front is clashing with the warm, moist air. You feel it out there today, couldn't you? Just so thick and oppressive, that humidity today. The dew point's in the low 70s, temperature up above 90 degrees. Boom, here we go with a big complex of thunderstorms that is still in its organizing and developing stages. We're not done with this system yet. It'll continue to track into the area and through the area overnight tonight. And then guess what? Another wave of energy comes out of West Texas tomorrow. We're likely to get more rain in the area tomorrow. We'll be on the south side of the front, so maybe not so much in the way of severe weather, but more good rainfall. How much rain? Take a look at what the storm prediction, rather the Hydrometeorological Prediction Center is suggesting we will see this week. Now this counts storms coming at us later in the week too, with an upper level system coming out of California. 2 to 3 inches, much of the area east of Interstate 35, 3 to 4 inches through much of the hill country, 4 to 5 inches from Mason County back out toward San Angelo. So this is just wonderful, wonderful news. And I'll tell you what, with some of these storms with this big complex tonight, you could get some isolated 3 to 5 inch rainfall totals tonight, not counting tomorrow's rain. So these may be underestimating, in terms of some isolated pockets, how much rainfall could accumulate over the next several days. Lows tonight near 70, cooler tomorrow. Nice to report that we've got cooler than normal weather coming our way the rest of the week thanks to this front. Thunderstorms tonight, tomorrow, let's go showers, thunderstorms possible, a high of 80. And on the 7-day forecast, check this out, rain chances all week long. All the way through Friday anyway, maybe some lingering showers on Saturday. We're hopeful that we will end up seeing some widespread 2 to 5 inch rainfall totals as the week goes along. So just exactly what we've needed since it's been so dry so far this spring. The latest on that tornado warning when we come back.